Hello, great people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. A day ago, there was a meeting that was held by the leadership of the Southeast, and after the meeting, one of the recommendations was to come out and denounce IPOB, that they don't have anything to do with IPOB, and they don't have anything to do with cessation or any agitation for self-determination. They are still standing by one united Nigeria. But shockingly, a particular group, renowned group in the North, we're talking about Coalition of Northern Group, have insisted that no matter what these guys do, the Southeast leaders do, there must be referendum so that there can be an end to anything like agitation in the country, which is making life unbearable for the Northerners. And this is a good news for Biafrans, I tell you, because this is one of the things that they were eagerly waiting for, and it's coming on a platter. It's so shocking, I tell you. They are insisting if the federal government will give in to this, I don't know what will happen. But then, let's look at the full details of the news. And according to the news, the Coalition of Northern Groups, CNG, has insisted that a referendum must be conducted to prepare the stage for the final exit of the Igbos from the rest of Nigeria. Abdul Aziz Suleiman, CNG spokesperson, in a statement on Sunday said the CNG, which demanded a referendum for the actualization of the independent state of Biafra for the Igbo as the only guarantee for a peaceful future, and alert on the dangers of the activities of indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, is addressing you once again on the ensuing situation in Nigeria since then. According to them, he said, in our early submission, we highlighted the conceivable implication of the altered threat and practical step being taken by the Igbos under the cover of IPOB. We note that following our demand for a referendum as the only option, some Southeast militant IPOB members continue to foment trouble against other ethnicities and the Nigerian state. A handful of Southeast leaders began a frantic move to cover their complicity in the atrocity by denouncing IPOB and its leader, Nnamdi Kanu. We note also that while on hand, these Southeast leaders pretend to denounce IPOB, on another hand, they are working to give legitimacy to the IPOB militant wing, the Eastern Security Network, which they rename Ebubagu. The extent of deception also becomes apparent in the way these Southeast leaders give the appearance of disassociating themselves from the Biafran violent agitation, and at the same time vehemently attempt to support and justify IPOB's brand of self-determination bid premised on false claim of marginalization. CNG therefore observed that despite the desperation for a cover-up by the Southeast leaders, the CNG ultimately arrived at the following inevitable observations: that the refutal is a belated desperation to run away from a raging fire they fan with their own hands by several years of indoctrinating their youth with the hate of the North in particular and the whole of Nigeria in general. That the desperation amounts to yet another attempt to buy time to re-strategize for another onslaught by deceiving the rest of Nigerians into believing them. That the rest of Nigeria, particularly the North, must not allow themselves to fall into another trap of believing the lies, deceit, and falsehood of the Igbo leaders that cannot be supported by the prevailing realities. That in reality, despite the Southeast leaders caught in the web caught in this web of desperate refusal, are mere paper tigers whose collective mind is clearly subdued by Nnamdi Kanu, who can order the shutdown of all activities in the entire 5 states of the Southeast. They maintain that, for the avoidance of doubt, the Coalition of Northern Groups states here that the North will no longer be deceived by the antics of the proteges of those who assassinated its forefather and threw the entire country into ruinous civil war that has set the stage for the current confusion and national decay. We categorically hold the refusal by the Southeast leaders unacceptable and insist that a referendum must be conducted to prepare the stage for the final exit of the Igbos from the rest of Nigeria that has never engaged in such violent agitation for breakup at any time. That since the bulk of the active support for the violent Igbo secession is from those within the 50 years age bracket with a dangerous mindset developed by wrong teachings over a long time, it is inconceivable for the rest of Nigerians, particularly the North, to accept to continue coexisting with them at the risk of major conflict that could lead to another civil war. Wow. This is serious. I tell you, this is really, really serious. Nigerians are screaming. I mean, this is for Biafra. I know this is good news, but I know that the leaders in the Southeast are going to fight this. Now, first of all, it's important for us to realize that these guys are just a group. And these are just their recommendation, not that the federal government have adopted it. Don't forget that even the presidency is not ready to let go of the Southeasterners, But then, based on the pressure that the Northerners are putting that the secession should be a successful one, they should exit Nigeria, the Southeast, especially those who are in leadership position, those who are politicians, are really scared now. Their fears, number one, is that their political career will be ruined forever. Number two, that even the entirety of Southeast will not accept them. Don't forget that the leader of IPOB oftentimes come out very bold to say some very strong things against them, and the fear of losing in Nigeria and falling into the hands of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu troubles their mind a great deal. That's why you are seeing all the fighting going on. I don't know how this is going to end, but with what I'm seeing already, the Northerners are not ready to give in. And some people also believe, are of the opinion, that all of these that the Northerners are doing is towards ensuring that 2023 will not be a possibility for the Southeasterners. Don't forget that this was one of the things they were pushing so hard for. And 2023 has come with this whole thing, agitation going on. The possibility may not be there. But the only thing is that they have submitted their submissions, their recommendation to the National Assembly. Let's wait to hear what will be the case like by the time the National Assembly is through with it. But before we go, please just go down to our comment section and let us interact. Just let's be very objective. What do you think is the future of the Ndibos based on what this Northern group have said? Do you think that in the nearest future, Biafra will be a reality? Let's interact in our comment section.